Todd,
Yes,
I know
sir.
that Billy Epler could not speak to Justin Verlander, but we still can.
Fortunately, I can.
You absolutely can. So what does Verlander feature on the mound? For people who have not watched him, what type of a pitcher are we looking at?
Look, he's become a guy with a conventional four-pitch arsenal. He's got a fastball, he's got a slider, a curveball, and a changeup. When he was early in his career, he was dominant with the fastball up in the zone, and the slider was really more like a curved slurve. And you watch him now, he definitely has a bit of a cutter. The curveball can buckle guys like it does right here, and then the changeup's become an effective pitch for him. But I think what Duke was alluding to is his ability to have continued to adapt as the league has adapted to him. When he first came in, the launch angle guys were fewer. As he's gone through his life, the launch angle guys have come up, and he's learned to pitch up in the zone, not only with the fastball, which is very, very effective, as we've seen from a lot of different guys, but he intentionally uses the slider and the cutter up in the zone. It's something I've seen happen more and more often. Chris Bassett did it very, very effectively last year. Some other guys are using it effectively. That cement mixer has become a very, very good pitch, and he uses it intentionally up in the zone, and he's adjusted to the way hitters have tried to adjust to him, which I think also bodes well for him as a guy that maybe is going to be 40. This guy wants to be the Tom Brady of Major League Baseball. He keeps himself in great shape. He obviously continues to learn and adapt. He takes the analytics seriously, and watching his arsenal sort of develop gives you an idea that this guy could pitch his way through outings and not just throw his way through outings.
Well, he said he wants to pitch till he's 45, and I mean, if you see what he did last year, there's no reason to think that he can't. This is a question that I think will be out there, and it's legitimate. It's crazy to say this, but when you look at how it all broke down, are the Mets better off with Justin Verlander or Jacob deGrom going into this season?
I think they're better off with Verlander. A couple of reasons. First off, there's always risk in these free agent contracts, but the risk comes in the length of the contract, the age of the contract, and prior health of the player, right? And Jake, unfortunately hasn't been healthy over the last couple of years. He's getting up there in age, and the length of the contract was going to be, as we saw, probably 4 for the Mets, 5, obviously, there in Texas. With Verlander, I think this checks a lot of boxes. He does have age, but he's been healthy when he's been on the mound. We saw the stat earlier, 28 starts or so. I think you can pencil him in for 28 to 30 again next year. And it's only a 2-year deal with possibly a vesting option, which I think is also less risk. So I think in the end, the Mets ended up doing just fine. He's a really, really good pitcher. And to Todd's point earlier, it was 1 and 1A. It's not 1 and it wasn't A and B. And I think Verlander, I think, will end up aging fine.
I strongly agree with you, Jim, that they're better off with Verlander. We obviously don't know. They both present a health risk, so we'll check back in a year. But in terms of which risk you want to take, they absolutely made the right one. They've got a guy Obviously, we've talked a lot about the shorter-term deal, but a guy who had a much better year last year than Jacob deGrom did. He got out on the field. He pitched all season. He won a Cy Young. So it's not just the shorter commitment, but he's better now. Jacob deGrom's days as the best pitcher in baseball are in the past. I mean, he may reemerge as that, but this is not a current thing right now. Verlander is a contender for that title right now.